This week I've been working a lot with iPhoto, doing a project with my students, and I wanted to take a minute and show you some of the quick fixes that you can do in iPhoto. I've clicked on a picture that I want to create into a bookmark for my niece's birthday. This is my niece and my daughter. And what I've done is gone ahead and clicked on the Edit button. And these are your quick fixes over here. You can rotate your picture. You can enhance it. If you click on this and it was either underexposed or overexposed, it will adjust it a little bit. You can fix red eye. Now I already tried to fix red eye on this and it picked up one of my daughter's eyes but not the other one. So what I ended up doing was zooming in on the picture, this little zoom button down here, and then I can use my navigation tool over here. My mouse will come back and click on the part of the picture that I'm trying to adjust. Now you need to adjust the size of the pupil so that then you can go in and click on this and make it look a little bit better. And then when you're done, you can zoom back out and click Done. You can straighten the picture. If you think the picture isn't perfectly horizontal, you can adjust it a little bit by turning it. So you can see you can kind of tip things to get it perfectly straight up and down. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to say done, and then I'm going to crop it so that it's in the shape of a bookmark. Now I already did quite a bit of research on the internet of looking at pixels and figuring out how I could fit 4 bookmarks per page because that was the project I was working with my students. So I know that I want this to be 240 pixels by 720 pixels. So I'm going to check off on the constrain button because constrain means you limit it to certain dimensions. So for example, if I wanted this to print as a 3x5 print, I can constrain it to 3x5 print size. But in my case, I need to customize it. So I'm going to go down to Custom, and I'm going to put in 240 pixels by 720 pixels. And now I'm going to widen this frame by pulling on the corner of it to get just what I can fit and what I want in this picture. And then I can press Done. Now I'm not going to do that yet because I want to show you the retouch button. This came in really handy this week because I realized that I had left the date on. Oh, it did it anyway. Okay. I left the date stamp on, and each of the kids' bookmarks, when I cut it down to size, it still had the / for April in there, and it just kind of looked messy. So I used the retouch button. It's kind of used to remove blemishes. You can adjust the circle size, but the neat thing was that I could click on an area of the picture and it would get rid of the date stamp. Let me go out and grab a different picture and I'll show you what I mean. So let's take this picture. Now let's say I don't want the date stamp, so I'm going to go into the Edit and the Retouch tool. And set my size, and it picks up what the most dominant color in that area is, and it gets rid of some of the other colors. So if you notice there that it's getting rid of the yellow date stamp. And now if you look closely, you can see it's been blurred, but most of the time you can't notice that. I also use this feature when I'm publishing pictures online and there's a kid in the photo that I want to publish, but then there's some kids behind them that you can't publish. You can use it to just kind of blur out certain areas of the picture so that you don't even necessarily notice that there's a person behind there at all. See, it kind of fades things out so that they kind of disappear into the background. So those are just some neat little things that you can do in iPhoto other than just a place to store your photos.